What is the one thing that is 100% evident at the middle of every fucking universe? Galaxy.
The sun?
Black hole.
Is that true?
Sucks. Every galaxy has a black hole at the center.
What about
Really?
ours? Really?
I've never, not heard that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Are you guys serious?
That's not common knowledge.
I don't believe you.
Yeah, I feel like that's not right. I'm not trying to challenge you, but I just...
I am.
Isn't the only galaxy with a black hole in the middle. There are supermassive black holes at the heart of most galaxies in the universe.
Alright, so they all spin, and at the center of each spinning universe
it could be...
is a black hole. Now, they have supermassive black holes. They just spotted and identified the one that's at the center of the Milky Way galaxy. But if you look at the speed and the amount of mass that you can see with your eyes, mathematically everything should fly off. But the reason why it doesn't is because not only is there a black hole, but they have dark energy, dark mass.
Well, I thought it was
matter.
angels.
Well.
Our solar system lies in the Milky Way galaxy. It's made up of billions of stars, including our sun, all revolving around a mysterious region right at the center.
Children ask the question, if the moon goes around the Earth goes around the sun, then what does the sun go around?
It's a good question, and astronomers ask the same thing. Maybe there was something going on at the heart of the Milky Way. Perhaps a black hole.
That's science. That's some real science.
Actually, it's Thor. That's who does it. He's the one that's just like, hey, I'm making a pizza.
It's Thor and angel. That's established fact. But
I feel like
back to your theory.
Yeah, with anything with dark matter, I'm like, I don't think we understand dark matter like no one understands dark matter.
What dark matter is matter that you can't see but mathematically has to be there.
Like an imaginary number?
Well, because, like, you know when you... like,
still don't understand what those are.
So, like, the mass of the universe, when you look at it, what you can see of each galaxy, what we can perceive, all the shit that's the light, it's spinning around so fast that mathematically it should be flying apart, but it's not. The reason why the gravity inside the middle that keeps it from flying off into space and making everything dark is the fact that there's enough gravitational pull. Gravitational pull is directly proportionate to mass. The amount of gravitational pull that is there is way more than the amount of mass that you can see. So that means there has to be matter there that doesn't reflect light, and that's what dark matter is.
There's only one thing in the universe with that much pull. A supermassive black hole.
Watching these things shows the presence of a 4 million times the mass of our sun black hole located right at the heart of our galaxy.
I love that look where you're just like, oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I thought of this thing like halfway through, and this is gonna be good. Check this out.
Have you heard of dark matter coffee?
No.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's one of the best coffees.
Is it the one that has to get pooped out by an animal before they can drink it?
Not that I know.
Oh, I kind of know what you're talking about.
Oh, that's like elephant poop.
No, there's a like the number one coffee in the world is sold.
I know what you're talking
that
about.
Comes
it's from elephant poop.
No, it's like a lemur or something. Lemurs eat the coffee beans, and when they poop it out, they take the poop and make coffee out of the poop coffee bean.
Lemur?
Or some shit. Some kind
of... Monkey poop coffee?
I thought it was elephant.
I don't think that.
Elephant sounds not right.
Some people are really into it.
This coffee is collected from poop.
It is. So it
poop.
This
coffee.
one's about $600 a pound.
No, I'm just. $600 a pound?
Way too big. Like, like that guy's got it. Like, there's.
Well, I don't think do elephants take like enormous shits?
Yes.
Elephant dump. Well, not one.
I saw Bear Grylls squeeze a pile of it into his mouth.
What?
Yeah.
There's a survival trick I was shown by an old ranger.
One thing you can do if you're stuck out here with no water source at all is actually drink the fluid from a fresh elephant dung. Pretty disgusting, but it could save your life.
It's a real last resort. There can be harmful bacteria in that water, but if you have nothing else to drink, it could buy you extra time.
There's a...
It's, okay, so it's not a lemur. Close, though. It's called a kopi-luwak. And it's a type of cat.
I knew it.
That's native
It's
to...
a cat?
Native
Like a
to
llama.
Asia.
This is basically these animals in the forests of Indonesia, civets, have gone out and eaten the coffee cherries. And so the pit that we roast and turn into coffee comes out the other end in their poop. I guess somebody was walking around the woods and said, "Oh, hey, that's still good," and saw it in the poop and said, "Oh, it's still good. Let me try that."
I feel like I've heard, and now it's starting to ring a bell. Like I think I've heard it somewhere.
But you're like, fake news.
Pretty much, you'll be like, "Oh, come on."
Yeah, bullshit. Black holes. Get out of here.
No, I'm not saying it's wrong. No.
I'm fucking around.
No, it's funny because I'm like, Neil deGrasse Tyson, a black hole from the Cosmo show.
Just like a little tidbit, like, here's an aside. Like you cut to some, like, well, actually, what this drug Actually. So,
a way that you can cut a portal from your location in space and emerge in another location in space. So
honestly, well, this damn bloody idiot was saying, do you know what I mean?
No, it's loads.
There's a black hole and it's bloody massive, alright?
It's as big as Buckingham Palace.
No.
I have a terrible English accent.
And this is the planet where you get into some nitty gritty.
The designers of this game are like, so many people are on shrooms when they play it. We gotta just put some shrooms in there somewhere. I haven't seen him in a minute.
Yeah, he moved to Michigan.
Oh, did he? Like, probably...
So he sends me a Facebook message. This is like, let's say January of this year, or February. And is like, hey man, like, I'm getting married. Can you give me your address? I want to send you a wedding invitation. I'm like, okay. And I ended up moving, and I didn't get it. It was like 3 weeks before I moved. Anyway, I called him recently, or I was like, hey man, like, I never got the wedding invitation, and I did move, so I just, if you want to email me or whatever, like, I just want to start planning. And he's like, oh, funny thing, wedding's off. Like, I'm like...
That totally happened with me and one of my girls. Yeah.
Really? I felt like an asshole, but I'm like, I don't ever talk to him, and how would I know that the wedding's off? But yeah, that was super awkward.
Talk about awkward. So I was one of the bridesmaids and one of my best friend's weddings, and she was showing us every step of the way with the planning of the wedding, and then
oh my god,
she cheated on her fiance, and the wedding was off, and I didn't know this, but they were like, she's like, yeah, wedding's off, and didn't tell me why. And then we're like, she's like, but we are already all paid for the bachelorette party, so let's just go. So we had this bachelorette party, and on the way there I was like, so what happened? And then she's like, well, funny story.
I sort of killed the guy.
Yeah.
Actually, you're about to see this type of stuff that got the canceled right now on this bachelorette party.
It's exactly.
If you cheat on your fiance and the wedding's off and you're still like, fuck it, let's go to the bachelorette party. Oh, that's gonna be one hell of a time.
Well, I mean, what are you supposed to do then? You have to. I guess you could sell it. I mean, I don't think you could.
No. Yeah, you kind of have to. But it's just funny because it's like you hear those stories about, like, you know, you guys ever hear those stories about those comics that deal with bachelorette parties at places, and then one of the comics actually sleeps with the bride-to-be? I think it's a lot of those situations where they're like, yeah, I'm the bride-to-be. Well, technically, it got called off already.
I find this time of year, they are in Chicago a lot, like downtown, on a Friday, Saturday night, and they are so fucking annoying. I hate bachelor parties.
They're the worst. They're absolute
They're
worst.
super loud. They're just making noise like constantly at a super high volume. They're screaming. They're belligerently drunk.
Inside jokes that they think are funnier.
Yeah, and they're like, they try to like latch on to you, and you're like, I don't want to buy you drinks. I don't know you.
If you do any kind of like consistent show or anything that's close to a strip club, that's gonna happen. You're gonna see that.
Yeah.
They always go to strip clubs. Strip clubs or comedy clubs? Sometimes both.
What kind of strip club? Like a female stripper?
No, just like a regular strip club. They'll go and watch other women dance.
Well, that's what I mean. It's like a regular, with female performers.
No, not just men. You know, only.
What was it in Simpsons? The golden banana. What was the? In Simpsons, you know, they're in real life. It's Chippendales, right? Is the male strippers? Yeah. But in Simpsons, Marge is like, yeah, I guess I could go to it was like called the Golden Banana or something.
I don't want him to think that I am a doormat. I need payback.
All right. Girls' night out. Exotic male dancers at the Golden Banana.
No, I want him to suffer.
Some kind of weird, gross pun that if you like spend you're like, ugh.
My favorite Simpsons gay joke reference was when Homer took Bart to a steel mill.
Oh, and they're all gay.
And he goes, why did you bring me to a gay steel mill? He goes, I don't know. And it's like a guy, he's all cut up, carrying this big cauldron of something hot, and he's wearing a Speedo, and he's like, coming through!
Roscoe here runs this mill. He's gonna show us around and let you get a first-hand look at real all-American Joes doing what they do best.
Why the hell would I want to see that?
You'll thank me on your wedding night.
Hey, listen up. I want all of you to say hello to the Simpsons.
Hello! Has the whole world gone insane?
Stand still, there's a spark in your hair.
Get it. Hot stuff coming through.
Dad, why did you bring me to a gay steel mill?
I don't know.
I love that episode. Yeah, that's a great one because there's the classic, like the first 30 seconds.
John Waters is on there.
Yeah, but the first 30 seconds have nothing to do with the rest of the episode. Something, I don't remember what it is, but...
It was, yeah.
But that's a great call. That's what puts it over the top compared to other TV shows.
Hot stuff coming through.
And I've gotten in arguments, like, everyone has a favorite Simpsons season. I don't know that I have a favorite, but I will say, like, I'm not a big fan of the early years. Maybe that's just because I didn't watch it in the early years. But, like,
the animation
90s,
value.
Late 90s, early 2000s Simpsons.
Yeah.
Favorite.
I don't like season 1, 2, and I only like parts of 3. But my favorites are 4 through 9, with a few episodes in 10 and 11. But season 6, if I had to pick one season, I'd probably season 6. It's like that has my favorite Halloween special. It's the one where he time travels, and it's that great line as he's falling through like the endless tunnel. That he's like, well, I'm the first non-Brazilian man to travel back in time.
Look at that! I'm the first non-Brazilian person to travel backwards through time.
Correction, Homer. You're the second.
That's right, Mr. Peabody.
Quiet, you.
Just such a funny random joke, you know? It has the Mr. Peabody. Quiet, you.
Yeah.
They had the shitting.
Yeah.
That was the best House of Horrors by far.
See,
Treehouse of Horrors. That's.
I like the early seasons too, man. Like,
well, that's the golden years.
That's like what I've gotten in arguments. I don't remember the early seasons very well.
I remember it when it was on Tracy Ullman.
Like this?
I remember.
Yeah, season 1 is the worst. It's almost unwatchable. I hate whenever, as a kid, this is before
They would
it
do
gets
the
streamed.
reruns, yeah.
Whenever it was that, I was like, well, I'm not watching Simpsons today. Like, that was
Yeah.
such a bummer.
See, because I remember it from the Tracy Ullman show. Like
Yeah.
I remember that version of The Simpsons.
Son?
Dad?
Yeah?
What is the mind? Is it just a system of impulses, or is it something tangible?
Relax. What is mind? No matter. What is matter? Never mind.
And I remember the Christmas special was the first one.
Right, yeah.
It was the first one where it was a standalone.
Where they get the Santa's Little
Helper. Yeah. Like, I remember all of that. All the voices were different. All the animation was different. Like,
I think the animation looks best late 90s.
Yeah, because I don't like the way it is now. I don't like the computer animation. One of the things that I used to love about cartoons...
Well, it's hand-drawn.
Was the artist styles.
Well, Simpsons in the late 90s, that's when the animation, it looked the best. But, now I think it was in 2002 that they started using computers.
Yeah.
But South Park uses computers, and, it makes it better.
But they kept the same style.
Right, they didn't,
Because the style itself was it was stop motion, essentially. So the computer will improve it. But when you do the actual old animation techniques, there is a charm, there is a stylized feel that you get. That you kind of rob it.
Well, so to your point, someone was doing freeze frames of early Simpsons, and the faces that they make when they're transitioning in expressions are really bizarre, and it looks odd, but in the animation, it's smooth and it kind of makes sense, but it's
because you gotta, it's an actual, they're actual cells. You're drawing every cell, in order to make the animation move in a 2-dimensional space. You do things like that, I used to do my own cartoons like that. By actually drawing them and doing flip books,
I love the Poochie episode where Homer's like, oh, I thought the cartoons were live, and they're like, no, that puts an incredible strain on the writer's hands.
Yeah.
Or
artists' wrists.
Yeah, artists get their wrists.
Yeah.
But not saying it's implausible, but
because I'm into anime.
Anime?
Yeah.
What? I got into Dragon Ball Z. That's not as far. I love Dragon Ball Z.
I love it too. The Dragon Ball Super series that just came out is amazing.
Well, okay, here's my thing, and
okay, all right.
Too many levels for Super Saiyans.
Well, I mean, you have to.
Now they're gods or something, and that's crazy.
They've reached, Super Saiyan god levels, and they've passed it. They've already. But you have to do that.
What's past being a god?
Ultra Instinct.
Oh my god! Now they're just.
Look, I understand that. I understand the gimmick. It's a very simple, okay, whatever.
It's over 9,000.
It's over 9,000. Get it, but the thing is, it's coming. You know how it's coming, and they still get you. That Dragon Ball Super the last fight between Goku and Jiren is probably the greatest fight I've ever seen.
I'll check it out.
And the animation on that, because they were doing one episode a week, and they were animating and writing them that week. So in order for them to do that, they had like separate teams. They had like 3 teams. And
wait, why were they doing it every week?
That's how they do in Japan.
That's insane.
I know. So they had 3 separate teams. They had 3 separate teams, right? So, all right, this episode's this team's. This episode's this team's, right? And so, you know, they would switch up the guys, and they're like, oh, the animation wasn't as good. They didn't use the best animator. The story was good. You know, like, just things like that. That last fight scene, they put the best of everybody together. And it was... It's one of the greatest things you'll ever see. Just start doing heroin.
I'm gonna ride the H train tonight. I've never wanted to do heroin.
No, it's yeah.
I mean, it sounds wonderful.
Anything better than
while
sex?
you're on it.
Yeah, I mean, like,
scares the shit out of me.
Yeah, thank you. I was like, that's. I mean, yeah, I'm sure it's great, but
better than sex?
Yeah, better than sex scares the shit out of me.
What's it called? Endorphins or whatever. The things that make you feel good.
I think endorphins. That sounds right.
You get 5 times the level of that you do from an orgasm when you do heroin.
No fucking way. No, thank you.